The military cannot arrest, detain, or investigate civilian suspects. Falana calls decision to declare murder suspect wanted illegal. The decision of the defense headquarters to declare the murder suspect wanted is completely illegal. Let the federal government direct the defense headquarters to hand over the investigation of the suspect involved in the gruesome murder of the 17 officers and soldiers. It also be pointed out that murder is not a military offense to warrant investigation by the defense headquarters. If the federal government fails to call the defense headquarters to order, the case concerning the tragic murder of the soldiers will be completely bungled. The above statement was made by the same human rights lawyer, Femi Falana on Thursday in response to the 8 persons declared wanted in connection with the murder of 17 soldiers in the Okwama community in Delta State by the Army. Recall that 17 military personnel comprising a lieutenant colonel, 2 majors, 1 captain, and 12 soldiers were murdered while on peacekeeping mission in the Okwama community on March 14th. Reacting to the death during his burial ceremony on Wednesday, President Bola Tinubu promised to punish perpetrators of the heinous crime, advising the elders and chiefs of Okwama to help the military in fishing out the gunmen who committed the barbaric crime. His words, and I quote, "I want to make it clear once more that those who committed this heinous crime will not go unpunished, assuring Nigerians that the culprits must be caught and be brought to book. Tinubu opined we will find them and our departed heroes will get justice." However, commenting on the wanted list published today by the Nigerian Army, the outspoken lawyer warned the military not to bungle the case of the slain soldiers. He said, and I quote, "The authorities of the armed forces should be made to realize that the military cannot arrest, detain, investigate, and charge civilian suspects with any offense whatsoever." In Dr. Isa Perry, Rima versus Nigerian Army, Justice Ijoma Ojukwu held that it must be stated here without equivocation that the defendant, Nigerian Army, has no right to declare the plaintiff wanted without following the appropriate measure. The judge further said that the defendant cannot arrest the plaintiff arbitrarily without making a formal report to law enforcement. The judge further said that the defendant cannot arrest the plaintiff arbitrarily without making a formal report to law enforcement agency with the mandate to enforce law and order. Otherwise, it would transmute to self-help. The duty of the defendant is to make a formal report to the appropriate authority, like the police, and await the outcome. In Ms. Grace Anita Paul versus the Chief of Army Staff, the Army Inspector General of Police, and the Nigerian Police Force, the Federal High Court, where held the Nigerian Army lacks the power to arrest, investigate, and hold in custody anyone who is not subject to the Armed Forces Act or any other military law. Justice Taiwo on Wednesday warned the military not to usurp the powers of the Nigerian police under Section 4 and 84 of the Police Act, which empowers the police to detect and investigate crime. We have also read the 8 people alleged to be involved in the cruel murder of the soldiers and have been declared wanted by the defense headquarters. It is strict law that the police and security agencies lack the power to declare any suspect wanted without a court order. In Benedict Peters v. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the High Court in Abuja ruled that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have the powers to declare anyone wanted without obtaining a court order or charging the suspect with an offense. The presiding judge, Justice Othman Musa, ruled that through the EFCC, though the EFCC could not order could declare as wanted persons who failed to honor its invitation for investigation. It could only do so if it obtains a court order for that purpose. So the decision of the defense headquarters to declare the murder suspect wanted is completely illegal. Let the federal government direct the phone headquarters to hand over the investigation of the suspects involved in the gruesome murder of the 17 officers and soldiers. It also be pointed out that the murder is not a military offense to warrant investigation by the defense headquarters. If the federal government fails to call the defense headquarters to order, the case concerning the tragic murder of the soldiers will be completely bungled. I don't blame anybody when they come outside come react this way. But army said they know say this, they know wetin sup. They know wetin dey sup, then go dey drag another person on top of this matter. It no make sense. Lawyer, but murdering our military men is legal. Abi, I know it will pain you for your son was one of the military. Okay, I know it will pain you if your son was one of the military men that actually died. Defend morals too, lawyer. They play Baba Falana, so militants or civilians has rights to murder 17 Gagaran soldiers, remove parts of their bodies. Imagine, is none of the threats to bloody civilians call themselves militants? A day of reckoning is very near. This is not a case, they just forcefully hit on military men for nothing, well known fully that there is a conflicting between two communities or wished the type of military to nepotize. It was a defense situation where the villagers trying to defend themselves that results to this loss of life. Because ever since problem has unveiled, no one is ready to know the truth, and that led to the death of these soldiers. The question is, what is soon hard that the top officer went to do in such a diminutive community? Well, true. I don't talk am. True. We know they legal. Make we no tell ourselves lie. Now police for this country not supposed to dey handle. Even when I heard the news, I was like, wetin carry army go do peacekeeping? Wetin do police? Wetin do immediately I heard it, I was like, Pancake lawyer, you always thought you were an authority, whereas you were a case spoiler. Lawyer Falana, your switch approach to crime is draining your popularity and make it absolutely difficult for you to handle any case and win. See how you spoiled mobile case. In fact, I told mates that Falana was spoiled this, and he did. For the issue of illegality you proved, it means the killings is allowed in your law book. How I wish the unbeatable late Gani Fawahimi can resurrect now. He will send you packing from his office. It's like Falana most of the time takes something bigger. Human what? Which poor man has he defended or stood for? How many cases of military murders has the police assisted to unravel, but they cannot be trusted? Hence, the military has to carry out the investigation by themselves. More since the police hates the military and the suspect is a fellow civilian they could compromise. So which court are the military going to charge the case of Mr. Falana? Is right. It's a right case because constitutionally a civilian cannot be prosecuted by soldiers. There is an appropriate authority responsible for prosecution. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest.